Hey, welcome to another episode of Let's Grow Together podcast. My name is James Gilmore Jr. and my wife.
Lynette Gilmore.
And we always like to thank you for joining us on Let's Grow Together podcast.
Okay, so guess one. Okay, you gotta keep it here, huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We appreciate y'all for joining us. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Mhm.
But we appreciate y'all for watching our review of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever.
Yeah.
We saw it Sunday. It was pretty good. Uh, and then we just gonna talk about it. And if you have anything you want to say about the movie as well, feel free to leave your comments under the video. And so,
All right, let's
yeah,
talk about it.
yeah.
Okay. So.
So, yeah. Well, a lot in the movie, it talks about, um, of course, Chadwick Boseman.
Mhm.
He passed away, and he passed away of colon cancer, I believe it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he just, they just really paid tribute to him. A lot of people think that they did too much as far as Chadwick Boseman
Yeah.
passing. But I think it was something they were paying their respects to
Mhm.
him. He did a great job on the first Black Panther, playing Black Panther T'Challa, and I think they just want to pay their homage to Chadwick. So
Yeah. I mean, I believe it was really good that they did it because it was such a special movie
yeah,
to begin with. Some
yeah,
people had a problem with it being dedicated to Chapman, right?
yeah,
And I personally don't see what the problem is because this was such a special movie.
yeah,
Um, the Black Panther movie and how black people felt about it. Not that it was like real or anything,
yeah,
but that it's a Marvel movie
mhm,
that has these black people in here.
yeah. And I think that's the thing we should really get out of it as blacks and African Americans, that it really represents us in a positive light as far as technology,
Oh yeah.
and how we really is behind a lot of these advancements
Mhm.
in technology, and that people don't really know it, or people don't observe that in today's society. And
Yes.
so it shows Shuri, which was T'Challa's sister. She really was into the technology, and then a lot of these countries, they was into wanted to get this vibranium from Wakanda. And so it kind of make you think of in real life, like Africa. They have all these precious gems and stuff, and over history, people have tried to take minerals and stuff like that
Mhm.
from Africa. So
Yeah. I'm not trying to give the movie away, but this might be a spoiler. Like, what you
yeah,
think?
yeah, cause I
This
yeah
review
yeah I have put under the description. I said spoiler
spoiler.
alert.
Okay, so we're
So
good.
if you haven't seen the movie, make sure you see the movie first before you see this review.
Yeah. Like, so the movie, I found it was a long movie. So how long was it? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, it's like 2 hours and
About
some change. Yeah,
I liked it. I liked it from the very beginning. It caught my attention. It really had me engaged. A lot of people they didn't like it. I don't see what the problem was. Um, I I really see. It's kind of hard to say because they did a tribute to Chapman,
Hmm.
and at the same time, I kind of wish they just would have, had another Black Panther. But at the
Hmm.
same time, it's like
Yeah.
that would have been hard to do because you can't really forget about
Chapman.
him.
Yeah.
That he played,
Yeah. And
you know.
I think if they kind of move too fast to get another Black Panther, some people may feel like, oh, they didn't really respect him in a
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
And so I think it was smart the way they did it. They did it like, he passed away. I think it was from some shroom. I forgot what it was. Not a shroom, but a herb.
You
Yeah,
said true.
I was thinking about another movie, but but it was like a
Okay.
herb type
Mhm.
thing, and so so yeah, it's from a herb, and they said that he died from that or something like that, and Shuri tried to figure out what was going on with
Mhm.
T'Challa, and so yeah, in this one he passes away, and then Shuri is kind of really taking over, and it's a kind of a lot of mixed reviews about this movie,
Yeah.
and it kind of I ain't gonna lie, it kind of seems similar to the Woman King a little bit because of this woman empowerment, but
Speak it.
people,
Speak what you think
yeah,
about it.
yeah, it seemed like it. Yeah,
Well, what you have to say more about that?
yeah. I feel it has been a lot of movies like that, as far as like the woman is really taking over.
Mm.
But in this one, it's kind of a twist. Like if you watch it, make sure you watch the after the
The
credits
credits. Yeah. Make
to
sure you
really
watch
see.
after the
Yeah,
credits.
because you might see it like, oh, this is like a woman um, empowerment thing. The woman is taking over,
Mhm.
but you watch after the credits, it's different. But I do feel like the man should have did a little bit more
Mhm.
in the movie, like as far as the fighting and the action.
Who was that character name? The really big guy. What was his name?
I
They live
forgot.
in the mountains. Their tribe live in the mountains.
Yeah, I got to look up the name, but yeah.
Well, I felt as though they should have used him more in the movie.
Hmm.
Um, I feel like in terms of her having to really, take on this role, I feel like you said, they should have used more men because it was a lot of the women in there, which it was a mixture in the last Black Panther, and I
Hmm.
feel like more of that should have been shown because it kind of made peace with that tribe,
Hmm.
that was in the mountains. So I feel like it should have been more help from them. It showed bits and pieces of that, but I really think it could have been a little more diverse with the men and the women
Hmm.
fighting in there. And I mean, they were, but
Hmm.
it was the main focal point was the women.
Yeah, yeah, and he had a guy named Mabaku in the
Okay,
movie. Yeah,
Mubaku.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And you said you like that part where Angela Bassett was kind of, she was the queen, and she came into the room, and they respected her.
Yes, my favorite part of this movie is when her mother, basically they were like in like a courtroom setting and they were still trying to, get the Wakandians to let them have this vibranium.
Hmm.
And she's like, no. And we have caught some of your spies basically intruding our territory.
Hmm.
And she basically told her, because when she walked in there, it was like she was fierce, honey.
Oh yeah,
She
yeah,
walked in there
yeah,
with a lot of
yeah.
like grace and power. And she basically told them,
Mm.
let this be a warning to you.
Yeah.
She brought her girls in there and they had the captives, and it was like, let this be a warning to you because next time
Hmm.
is not gonna be nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Basically, I
yeah.
love that part.
And the woman, the lady, the other ladies, they came in there. The other fighters, they
Yeah,
came in
they
there.
run their captives and they
Yeah.
said, "Look, because it
Mhm.
was." See, y'all have to see it. That part to me was very, very, very dynamic.
Yeah,
I like
empower.
that part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And so yeah, that was a good part. And like we said, if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch this yet.
yeah,
But I hated that the queen, she dies in the middle of the movie. And
yeah.
in the movie it had these blue skin uh people, water breathing. I guess there was a colony or a group of
Hmm.
people. I guess you could call it kind of like an ethnicity that was in the water, and they was trying to get this vibranium as well, and they felt like the rest of the world was trying to take that from them,
Yeah.
and so Namar, the head of the what's the name? They names
Their tribe.
collusion,
Oh,
collusion.
I don't remember
Yeah,
their
there's so
tribe.
many names in there, but I think it was collusion or something like that. But they was blue skin uh, ethnicity type group. They was in the water, and they were trying to get the vibranium, and so sometimes when the United States and stuff tried to, all the different countries tried to attack, they was fighting as well, trying to
Yeah,
protect it. Yeah,
because okay, so I think you kind of mixed it up. You
yeah,
was making it seem like that tribe that was on the water was trying to get the vibranium,
yeah.
but
No,
no,
they weren't trying to get it. They already had it,
they
but
already had
yeah,
vibranium,
yeah,
and because the Wakandans did not know
hmm
that any other people had vibranium. They thought
hmm
they were the only people that had this in
hmm
their country,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah,
And so, um,
yeah. I'm sorry for mixing it up. Yeah,
yeah,
they had the vibranium, and the other countries was trying to get it from them.
yeah.
Wakanda and the other group.
Well, Wakanda, yeah, they were trying to
Yeah,
get it from
yeah,
both Wakanda and this tribe here that you
yeah,
see behind us.
yeah,
He was the leader, which they call him like a god.
yeah,
You'll see why.
yeah,
But what happened is they tried to form like an alliance with the
yeah,
Wakandians because this is really like a Mexican type tribe, and something
mm,
happened to their people where they now can live on the water and they have to live on the water.
yeah,
So this is why they kind of like underwater. This is a big spoiler,
yeah,
very big
yeah.
spoiler.
So if you haven't seen it, yeah, I wouldn't. But if you don't plan on seeing it no time soon, it's okay. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but they tried to form this alliance, but it didn't go
yeah,
as planned. Let's
yeah,
just say that. Well, kind of during the end, it did.
yeah,
It kind of worked out at the end.
yeah.
Uh, I see. We're not going like bit by bit. We're just
hmm
rambling on
hmm
about this, so it's
Yeah,
not really structured.
yeah.
So
And shout
forgive
out to
us.
shout out to the one that played Namar, the head of the blue skin ones.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of
Yeah.
different from the rest of them. He had wings on his feet. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, he at first he seemed like he was, he was cool with them. But once the Wakanda people tried to get Shuri back, that's when everything, turned.
Yeah.
And yeah, and that's where everything turned. Yeah.
Yeah, because he wanted to form an
hmm
alliance to basically, fight these colonizers who they call colonizers.
hmm
And he's like, you and my people have been through the same thing.
hmm
And if we have this vibranium, we can like literally
Yeah.
and nobody will be able to come and try to steal this vibranium from any of us.
Yeah.
He really wanted to destroy people and I think just leave them
hmm
there.
Yeah.
But it was a really telling
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
if you know, then you know.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say there.
Yeah. Like if you really study history and you know, our history and other ethnicity history, it's very telling, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
about history and stuff like that. Even though they are fictional countries and stuff like that, but I
Yeah.
don't know if Wakanda is an actual. I mean, I
Um.
heard back and forth things about that.
Yeah. Me
Yeah,
too. So
but
I'm not
yeah,
sure.
but if anybody out there, thank y'all for tuning in. If you know anything about more about Wakanda, and how the Black Panther, everything, all the characters came about, feel free to let us know. And also, if you saw the movie, give us some comments what you thought about the movie and
Yeah.
some things that we didn't talk about. Bring it back to our attention.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
another thing about the movie that I really, really like is kind of what you said in the beginning, the technology.
yeah,
The movie made me feel good because, well, made me feel good and it made me want to, uh, like become more studious,
yeah,
like start studying things and increasing my knowledge about stuff because the technology in the beginning basically was showing that this girl who was a college kid that was 19 years old,
mm-hmm.
she created this technology that was able to detect vibranium.
Yeah,
Nothing that the US had did was able to protect this vibranium,
yeah,
but whatever she built could protect it. I mean that it could detect it underwater
yeah,
and everywhere.
yeah,
And she didn't know that she was creating this
mm-hmm.
for the government to basically take from her
Mm-hmm.
and use it
Mm-hmm.
against the Wakandians
Mm-hmm.
and these tribal people that you see on the water back
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So it
yeah,
was really interesting.
yeah. But it's crazy how she didn't know, but in a way she did know what she had was valuable,
Yeah.
because when they tried to come and get the invention of what she had, she was ready. She had the car, she
Yeah,
had
she was
she had the flying thing, and
fine
then
suit. This
yeah,
this girl she built a lot of things because like you said, she was ready.
mm,
And her and what's her name? Suri.
so yeah,
Her and Suri working together was really good because they were both, these women who was
yeah,
into this technology
technology,
and
yeah,
like when they worked together, it was great. It was
yeah.
great for me.
And the other guy, the other lady, the other one, the bald head that
Hmm.
was with them, from Wakanda, she was funny too. She was more comical in this
Oh yeah, she
movie.
was
Yeah,
the lady right there,
yeah,
right there,
yeah,
her right there.
yeah,
She was good.
yeah. She was good in the movie. But yeah, all the actors was good. And how you think about the graphics and how the movie looked?
I think the movie looked really nice actually. Especially the underwater scenes. Those were
Yeah,
really, really good. I liked it a lot. I think it was when it like if it had any CGIs. I think the CGI in this one looked a lot better than the first one.
mm-hmm. Yeah,
Especially that in the first Black Panther, when him and his cousin what's his name?
cause uh,
Black Panther and his cousin, they were
fighting.
what's his name?
You talking about Michael B. Johnson? Uh,
Yeah, what's the name in the
his Killmonger. Yeah,
Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Okay, that scene when Killmonger and Black Panther they were like fighting.
Mm-hmm.
That scene, I mean, it was okay, but it was,
Yeah, it looked kind of
yeah.
yeah,
So the CGI things in this one was way better to
yeah,
me.
yeah. And then a lot of people criticize, kind of when Shuri had on the Black Panther suit. He used to chat with Boseman. He's more bigger and stuff like that.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, come on now. She's a female, like
yeah. She
she's
was
a
small. She was
she
small.
was small, so
Yeah,
people like, how is she able to defeat this big old man?
yeah,
Listen, she created the suit
yeah,
that had special powers and abilities in it,
Yeah.
because the tribal people took her underwater, and they had a connection, and he ended up giving her this bracelet
Mm-hmm.
that had that the substance in there
Yeah.
that actually turned them that way,
Yeah.
and what gave him his power.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so when she incorporated that into the suit,
Mm-hmm.
she was able to have the same power.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm like, what's so hard to believe? Like,
Yeah.
I know she's small, but come on now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
What's
that
so
was
hard
kind
to
of my
believe?
that was kind of my thing. Like she's smart. But anyway, that maybe I'm being too picky. But
I mean, a lot of people say
yeah.
that, but to me, it makes sense because she incorporated it with this substance that gave her power in the suit.
Yeah.
That's the only way. Now we know that she ain't had that suit,
Mm-hmm.
and she take that herb, she
Mm-hmm.
won't gonna be able to do nothing.
Yeah. And then the other guy, Lamar, he had to get water after a certain amount of time, for
Mm-hmm.
oxygen. And so, at the end, I think it was a good ending. You
Oh,
know,
it was, yeah.
it's not like, a typical one wins and one dies, but it was kind of different where
Yeah.
everybody benefited and everybody realized the true motive or purpose of working together. And so I like that. I like the end. Everybody, kind of got, even though people were killed,
Mm-hmm.
in the process. And that's interesting too. I ain't think about that.
What was that?
It's like she saved the guy's life that she was fighting at the end, but at the same time he did kill Queen Ramonda. So that was
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that was something I didn't think about until now.
Yeah, because remember at that time when she was going to kill him,
Hmm.
the mother came to her.
Yeah, yeah,
Her Killmonger came to her as well.
yeah, yeah.
And so
It's crazy.
she said, show him who you are.
Oh yeah, yeah. The mother came to her. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
The mother came to her and said, show him who you are.
Hmm. Yeah.
And so that's why she didn't.
And I think if T'Challa was still living, he would probably do the same thing
Yeah.
because he was that type of king.
Mm-hmm.
He was very wise, in certain things. And I think T'Challa, aka Chadwick Boseman, would have did the same thing. And
Yeah.
so yeah.
Oh, and during that scene too, his mother came to him. This guy right here,
Hmm.
his mother came to him
Hmm. Oh yeah, yeah,
all at the same time.
yeah. So it's a lot, to get out of this movie. I hope y'all see it and give me your ratings under the video, what you thought about it. But
You gotta rate it too.
yeah, and I give it. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. That's my rating. I feel it's a 7.5 out of 10 because I felt some things were missing and then some things they added
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really need to add.
Like what?
I don't know. I think some things they could have left out, but I don't really, I think they should have left some things out that could have been. It wasn't with the culture of what was happening in the first one. So
I'm trying to figure out like what part though. Do you remember?
mm. Well, it's just things that's just I feel they couldn't should have left out. That's how I'm gonna leave it at.
Okay, you don't
Yeah,
really want to say
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, for me, I'm gonna have to say, I'm gonna say an 8. And the reason why I'm saying an 8 is because there were some things I wish was a little different. Like the
Mm.
mother, the mother didn't have to die.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I wish they could have kept her dreads in there too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want the mother to die. I was like, why kill this character off so
Mm.
fast?
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
But I guess it would make sense for her to die
Mm-hmm.
for Suri to become the princess,
Yeah.
like, and take over.
Yeah.
So I'll give it an 8, and because I would like to see more of the men.
Yeah. And that's one thing I didn't. That's why I have a 7.5 out of 10. I think the man could have did more fighting. The
Mm-hmm.
only time they really fought was at the end. You know, the main battle
Mm-hmm.
against the blue skin. People. So
Yeah. And let me think what else. Oh man, it's another part towards the end where, what is his name? The ones live in the mountains.
mm-hmm,
He came out
mm-hmm.
the ship and he was wanted to fight the
uh,
Black Panther for the throne.
I'm trying. You're talking about the end, at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cause she left and went to, Haiti
Mm-hmm. Well,
with the spy. She went to Haiti.
Haiti. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
with the spy, and he came out the ship. He's
Mm-hmm.
like, I'm here to fight the Black Panther for the throne. What's his name? He live in the mountains, the big guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. He was like trying to take the throne once once Shuri left and
Yeah,
went to Haiti and to visit the other lady.
but I think, because me and my cousin was talking about this part,
Mm-hmm.
I think that it was done on purpose. I think that they probably consulted each other about that, because
Mm-hmm.
when you would look at everybody else in that scene, they had like this little smirk on their face, like they knew, like something,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like that part,
Yeah.
them two probably talked,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed up
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
take that,
Yeah. Take that. Yeah.
because you gotta remember, she consulted with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like I said, if you haven't seen it, don't watch this review.
Yeah.
But I like that at the end, T'Challa had a son. They found out
Ooh, yeah.
had a son, and
That's
so
gonna be interesting.
that's gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen in the third if they have a third one. I think they will.
Oh yeah,
But,
they have to. They
yeah.
have to, because everything that happened, at the end, find out, because no one knew.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew that the Black Panther
Yeah.
had a son,
Yeah.
and I don't want to go into too much detail, but
Mm-hmm.
the spy, um, what was her name? Well, that was the mother.
I forgot her name.
Well, basically, he basically told them to hide away there in
Yeah.
Haiti,
Yeah.
because he didn't want that pressure of his son, of the
Mm-hmm.
throne and all this stuff like
And
that.
being attacked. Yeah.
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 So I think that the next one is going to heavily involve his son becoming the Black Panther,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah, I think time gonna go forward, and
yeah.
he's gonna get older, and he's gonna revenge or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Or, really have to fight other people for the vibranium. I think the third one gonna be more about the people outside of Wakanda and the blue skinned people.
Oh yeah.
I think they're gonna get more into like the other countries like France and the US. More into their world.
More
Trying to fight.
tribes.
Yeah, more tribes.
More tribes.
Yeah, it
I
might be
see
more.
that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, we appreciate y'all for watching this review, and hope y'all check it out. I hope we didn't spoil it too much. We probably
Yeah.
did.
Mm.
But again, appreciate y'all for watching. Also, watch our previous podcasts if y'all missed those, so y'all can keep updated on our content. And yeah, we try, just trying to stay consistent again. I think we've been pretty consistent lately.
Oh yeah.
We just haven't posted everything yet, but we have other shows we did in the past that we need to post as well. And
Yeah.
so appreciate y'all for watching, always supporting. And so this been a review of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. It's in movies now, if you're watching.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
one last thing before we go.
Yeah.
Some of our content you can find on Anchor,
Yeah.
on Spotify, because we do some podcasts that are just audio, so you can find them there sometimes before they come here.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, with some things, some content we just gonna have on YouTube, and some content we just gonna have on Anchor. So appreciate y'all for watching another episode of Let's Grow Together podcast. My name is James Gilmore Jr. and my wife
Lynette Gilmore.
All right, have a blessed one.
Bye.